Welcome back to another video, if y'all are here. Let's see. Still setting everything up. Wanted to make sure my sound was okay. I hope it's okay. And I had to reset up all my OBS settings for my video because my sound was so bad, and I didn't think about the fact that none of my live stuff would be ready or reset. It didn't tell me anything until now when I'm trying to use it. Isn't that awesome? So, trying to find my chat. I don't even see that. How about chat? Look at that. There it is. All right. Mr. Olafsson, if I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you. I'm guessing you're talking about the... Well, only actually uploaded one. I have one that's on hold from Bit Harvest on Le Potatoes, but I'm waiting for them to give me the okay to go ahead and set that up. But I hope my sound's fixed. I got the chat up. I think I'm doing good. Making sure that only actually uploaded one. Too loud. So, welcome back. I think we up and running. We good. I've been out working all day outside. Welcome to South Louisiana. We supposed we had a cold front come through last week with some rain. I've been out working all day today. Some of it in the bucket truck. Got a bunch of cameras and RF point-to-points down. And it was in the clouds. It was 90 degrees today. And we just in May. So God bless us for a crazy hot summer. So yeah, I had fun doing that last video. I put a little more extra care into it. I'll be honest with you. You know, and I appreciate, you and 2 or 3 other people actually contacted me and said they liked the video. I try to put chapters into it because I know, look, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I can sit here and put out these 30-minute, hour-long videos, but some of these other people who I subscribe to, I can't watch if they got 30-minute videos. I can handle 10 to 15 minutes or something like that. And that's about all I can handle myself. So, I guess I'm kind of flip-flop back and forth. You know how that goes. Hypocritical, I guess you would call it. But I try to put the information out for y'all, and I try to, I don't want to just say, hey, use this antenna, use this splitter, use this filter. I want to be able to explain to some people why I or we or whoever you want to say, because several people using that stuff, why we've come up to those conclusions. And when you start kind of explaining that, next thing you know, the video's an hour and 10 minutes. But, it was actually fun to, and I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but we've been very busy in this, in Wingbits lately, in these Discords. And there's times where the Discords kind of slow down. And then I'm going to tell you, Wingbits did an AMA 2 days ago. I missed the beginning of it because I honestly forgot it got delayed by a day because they had some stuff going on with it. But Wingbits comes out with a big AMA, got some pretty big announcements going on, and we're all on fire again. And I love it. And, talking to one of the admins, and I'm just going to come out and say it, me and Axie, if y'all know who Axie is with Wingbits, we kind of have this tug of war that we do with on back and forth, kind of like I'm gonna say it, but kind of like 2 brothers would have, where we don't 100% disagree or agree on everything, but we want what's best for the project and stuff like that. And look, in the video I said some of these opinions are only my opinions, and I am in the minority. And this is not what Wingbits says, and this is not what Axie and some of these other people. When I talked about, I would rather see an antenna that is suction cupped to the outside of a window on the side of a house versus putting it in the attic. Axie has had better results, vice versa. putting it in the attic versus the, you know, window. I can tell right now the inside window is just horrible because of the UV blockers and stuff like that. But my point I'm getting at is inside some of these discords lately, we've been really ramping it up. Some people want simple install. Some people, and that's why I kind of put in that title of that video today. This is an advanced kind of a 2.0 thing, even though some of the beginning stuff was rehashing things. But some people like to tinker at stuff. That's why I got in the ham hobby years ago. I don't really mess with it too much now, but you want to tinker at stuff. Some people don't mind spending a little bit extra money. They want to squeeze as many flights out. And I thought it was good to cover, hey, these are some advanced things. Hey, some people might just want the green or the blue SDR. And then we have Lothar coming in who knows way more than what a lot of us do. And, you know, he's starting to, I'm trying not to be rude because the man does know, but he's coming into this, talking about all this really extravagant, you know, big steps. And, you know, I'm trying to say, well, for some people, we want to keep it the KISS method. And look, I've learned with the KISS method, and I have emergency plans that we did after a hurricane, where I said, you see some of these emergency plans like this, and you got these, during the hurricane, you see this right here? Can y'all see it? I know this stupid thing. Let me tell you what I do with this during a hurricane. That's what I did with it. Because when certain times come, you want the KISS method. And I've been getting in some static at the state level because I'm on some communications boards, and I'm like, you know what? Y'all can just boot that book. Nobody's going through a book. With some of these setups, some people don't want to go through all of extravagant. They want to buy an SDR, $35.99, whatever it is, $40. They want to buy an antenna for $35, $40, feedline for $5, set it up, get online, and then see how they do. See how the project rewards, see those kind of things like that. And then you can always start buying some of that extra stuff. But, you know, he wanted to go in there and start saying, y'all need this, and people need to be doing this and this and this and this. Some of them setups, you know, I've seen what some duplexers cost. I've seen duplexers and splitters and cavity filters start costing thousands of dollars. I'm not saying this stuff does, but I wanted to keep some of it simple and then tell people, hey, beginning my part of my video was simple, the simple stuff. And if you want to get in advanced, here we go. So I had fun kind of doing that video today, and sorry it got long, but hey, we had fun. But Wingbits is they started their test net, kind of like the test net. They're not full test net yet, but they started taking baby steps towards it. I covered it in a video last week, but when you go now to your dashboard, you can now see the amount of wings you're going to get, which is the name of that token. Ideally, that's going to be the amount of wings you get. I'm sure tokenomics might be altered a little bit, but now you have an idea of how many wings you're going to get. We don't know what it's going to be worth. That's, of course, way down the line. Mainnet is still looking, you know, later in the year. But mainnet should be fairly soon. The testnet integration should be complete next week. I'm waiting. Like that is a huge step for this project. This project, and y'all know me, I'm a straight person that's gonna, you know, say it. I'm just come straight out and say it. You have people who didn't give this project a chance because, oh, ADSB's already being provided free by this one and this one and this one. Nobody's gonna buy it. Well, now y'all can kiss my hairy butt because they announced in the AMA. Make sure I get this right because I don't want to say nothing that's out of turn. The AMA talked about the first customer going live on the API the first week in July. Now, what I told actually was, y'all know that whoever y'all come out with and say this is the customer, people are going to want proof. That's just the way, especially how we've been burned with so many lies from not just one particular project, but we all know what happened with Helium when they lied about being with Lime, scooters, and all the stuff like that. So I'm hoping that whoever their customer is, if it's, you know, NWA Airlines or whatever, just to pick a company that don't exist no more. I'm hoping NWA Airlines also can come out and say we're doing it too. But either way, I love it because it spits in the face of these people who didn't give Wingbits a chance. And now, how you like us now? How you like us now? That's like, I love it. I love it. Love it. I love karma. I love it. So I'm very excited for Wingbits right now. And I think that, again, just to repeat myself again, is why I can't keep up right now, you know, because I'm supposed to be doing work, real work also. But you're going into the Discord, and like right now, they got, you know, people are tagging me and stuff, me and actually going back and forth. Other people are asking questions with the sub discussion. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to finish up what I was doing earlier with real work. You know, it's fun. You just kind of get rejuvenated. You know, I've been involved with Wingbits I was on one of the original, I don't know what they call them before beta or what was beta, but maybe last June, no, because July is when they were asked to sign up. So maybe it might have been May. I might have been with them now for 12 months. Waiting, you know, waiting for stuff to happen. And now stuff's happening. And I think it's awesome. And I'm very, very excited for them. I know these guys have been busy. Trying to find. I know Robin with Wingbits saying that, you know, he wants to do an AMA with me, and just trying to find time. You know, he's on the other side of the pond, as we say, and it's hard for us to come up with, you know, he has kids, I have kids, I'm working, I got my side business, I'm trying to do YouTube and stuff like that. So trying to find a time that we can kind of all get together, because I want to actually involved in it too. You know, I want those other guys involved in it. So, you know, they're willing to do the AMA. I'm very excited for that, because if y'all follow this channel at all, I am huge on AMAs, especially after getting burned with the other project that we don't talk about, who kept swearing we were going to do AMAs. But these projects that are willing to do these AMAs is a huge thing for me, because they're putting their face, they're doxing themselves, and not that a project that does that can't be, but it just gives them a little more verification. So I am excited for that aspect. Let me see what else we got. Another thing that I'm excited about, just because I'm kind of helping out, I know that this has been talked about on Twitter, is Wingbits going to Africa. He said that he had no problem with me mentioning his name, but if y'all have ever seen Daniel, I know I mispronounced his name, and I apologize, Daniel, but Daniel Mwangi, M-W-A-N-G-I. Sometimes he's on my live, but he's in Africa right now, so it's probably 12 p.m. or midnight over there. Sometimes he's on it, sometimes he's not. But I have been trying to get him online. We have him set up with a Wingbits. If y'all see the red hex in Kenya, but somebody screwed him over and sold him a eBay bunk la potato, which pisses me off, excuse my French, but I can't stand scammers. There's a hot, very hot place, very down south for scammers, any scammers that do stupid stuff like that. The poor dude bought 2 different la potatoes, and they're both bunk. They both are broken. I've walked him through how to set up the cards. He's doing the cards right. I sent him the file to do it. The same file that I've used and burnt the card for him here. I'm hoping to get him online. So now they got somebody else I'm working with, trying to get a pie up. But now, eventually, one of them, we will get it up. Even if I got to program the whole box myself and ship it over to him, we're going to get him up. But that'd be Wingbits going to Africa, which is not there, which is a huge, huge step that I want to see for Wingbits. So I think, see what else, if I see anything else going on Wingbits. But like you know, they've been telling me that there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening, a lot of news coming up. They do have the AMA that they had yesterday. I know Mr. Olafson says, you know, he was on and saw it. You know, I kind of saw the back half end of it, but they will be uploading that. Axie's hoping he can have that uploaded on their YouTube this evening. So make sure you catch up on that. If you're involved in that project, you want to see what's going on. That is one thing. So like I can't keep up. Like their Wingbits, you know, it's I mean their Discord right now is just going crazy. It's a good thing. I like to see that excitement in the project. What other exciting news we got going on right now? Let me see if I can do this without breaking anything. If y'all involved in NATIX, y'all know I'm involved in NATIX. If y'all been catching any of my videos, NATIX had a huge announcement today. If y'all have caught it, NATIX has been. Y'all have no idea how hard it is to do a live. You know, it's easy when you can just pause a video and you know, get the little screen right and everything like that, and then record the video and stuff like that. So let's try this again. NATIX came out with an announcement. Let's see if I can find it. NATIX announcements. And let's see if I can share the right screen. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. There it is. All right. Here we go. We transition without breaking nothing. High five me. NATIX. NATIX is a free, y'all know I like these free projects. In testnet, yeah, you got to set up the phone before, you know, and put it on a little stand on your dashboard, but you're basically mapping. It's not quite like Hive Mapper. I know a lot of people have complained or, you know, try to say what they don't know. Oh, you know, Hive Mapper does this and this. This is more of a live type thing that while you're going down the road and it sees potholes or other cars or traffic, and it's reporting it in, so they can sell that kind of live data to different projects and companies and stuff like that. That is what NATIX is doing. NATIX is also partnered up with, say GeoNet maybe? If somebody can, you know, clarify that for me. But they also are part of Silencio, which Silencio is a fun project that there's no news on. It's weird that I'm so behind Silencio with no updates, but I don't want to get off track. It's so hard to get off, you know, stay on track on a live. You know, with doing the regular video, I could just cut and paste and shift videos around. But talking about NATIX, so NATIX today announced that. Well, they announced yesterday the NATIX token's coming soon, that it was coming to coinlist.co. Now, y'all know me. Y'all members of this channel for more than 30 seconds, y'all know they don't call me grumpy for no reason, because I will find something to complain. If I win $1 million, I will complain because I have to give the president 50% of it when he didn't do nothing. The problem with CoinList, can't use it in the United States. But look, I've always said for any of these projects, getting on the first exchange is the biggest step. That's the first thing. You know, I hate to keep throwing shade at this other project I refuse to talk about. They've been lying about getting on CEXs and getting involved with CEXs since last September. And you see where they are now. Tomorrow. Hashtag imminent, tomorrow. So at least starting with CoinList, you're on a CEX, and then you hope that picks up traction. And they even announced on here that they're honored to welcome 3 more names, no less impressive, further strengthening their resolve to drive innovation in the blockchain space, whatever, 4.6 million in funding. Crypto.com. My hope is that me as a Crypto.com user with the app and my card, I use their card on everything. If y'all not using Crypto.com's debit card, shame on you. I don't know what the deal is now, but I pay all my bills with Crypto.com debit card. And I'm getting percentages of Crow coin back. And I have like 20,000 Crow. And I started with 4,500 Crow. So what's that tell you? Hey, Crow goes back just to $1. Just give me back to $1. I'll be ecstatic. My point I'm trying to get is Crypto.com is a very big name for them to be. Velocity Capital, you've heard of them. Digital Currency Group, you've heard of them. They're behind NATIX. And now they're going to be on CoinList. So they've announced, though, that that's the whitelist thing. NATIX token launch on CoinList is now live. They put a Twitter out, but kind of like, well, let's go over this first. So You can go to NATIX and read about it. So if we go to NATIX and read about it, all you need to know, how to participate, where is it legal at? Again, for right now, United States is not legal. And they talked about what the supply is, 5 billion coins. We were talking in Discord the other day with another project on, like, nowadays, what's the normal token size? Because you look at Doge, you look at Sheeb, you look at some of these other ones, you want to be, but is that old school thinking? Because you look at like WIF and Big Red Dog and Kulo and stuff, they were only in the millions. So, but anyway, so it talks about their tokenomics and everything like that. They're doing a public sale in the reserve and that stuff like that. But my big thing that I want to go to is, if I didn't break it. Let's try this. When you go to, I know y'all can't really see it because the top of my screen is cut off. When you go to coinlist.co, this is their page. That is huge. That is very huge to me, because it goes to show you CoinList is admitting that this is all going on. Seen with certain other projects, several other projects, that they all say the coin's coming, whatever's going to happen like that, and you never see anything from that exchange. This is from coinlist.co. Now, again, if you're in the United States, you can't participate in any of this stuff, but you talk about all the competitors and barrier to entry, driver utility, user reward, and that this is a real-time, data type. Data plan consumption is very low. Privacy, especially in the EU, is yes. So, and then they talk about the launch structure. My point I'm trying to make with this is, this is a huge step, huge step. I talk about on Mondays with, if y'all ever catch, for those who catch my update videos and stuff like that, is this screen. And then we talk about how, what's on mainnet, what's on testnet. And I've always said is, all these projects that we're looking at on testnet, we can't expect all of them. Crypto projects, this ain't the first time, it won't be the last time. Not every crypto project is going to succeed off testnet. I just need one to be the next Helium. 2 would be wonderful. I have huge ambitions. The Soarchain's basically there. They got the device out. Device is running a lot smoother. I'm very big in the Soarchain. Hey, if y'all wanted Soarchain, y'all want a discount, check my description later on my previous videos. You can get a discount on that. NATIX. My only issue with NATIX is they only give you 5 codes to use a week. And when somebody uses that one code, it's no longer good, which to me, you want to spread the news out as much as possible. I don't like that kind of gimmick stuff. Silencio has no news at all, but it's a fun project. It's like a habit. No matter where I go, if I'm stopped, I'm going to Silencio and taking a reading. It's a cool, fun project, but there's no talk about anything of it. WeatherXM, I have no comment. Grass, you can't find anything about the people that are in it. You can't find anything about coins or anything like that. So, Soarchain and NATIX right now. That's 2 of them that I think. Now NATIX, is NATIX technically mainnet now? I mean, if I think that, and I have to look more into it. I just kind of learned all this before I started the live. Is this just a kind of a pre-sale? Is the token, can you trade the token on coin list, like exactly what's going on with it, I don't know. I have to look more into it, but it's still a huge step that we need to be positive about. And I'm positive for him. I'm very happy for him. It's a huge step for any project. Wingbits, I'm hoping by this time, I'm hoping by Monday. Monday is my next update video. I'm hoping that I can get rid of this blue beta now, you know, unless we're looking at some other project. But I'm hoping Wingbits is going to be, you know, moving up. And if Wingbits does move up, Wingbits is definitely going to go up to probably number 1 or 2. Because, again, we see everything they're doing. So it's going to be hard to rank on Monday. But it'll be a good, hard problem to have, if that makes sense. So, 7 people watching. If y'all can just do me a favor, for those who are watching, press the thumbs up button, help the channel out. I don't even know how many. What am I at? 11,400 subscribers. It's kind of slowed down a little bit. And, you know, I sweated that stuff a lot in the beginning. I couldn't believe I ever got this high. So for everybody who's helped out to get that high. But, you know, I don't know. I bet that's basically all the news I got for right now. If any of y'all got, you know, looking into some other projects. Larissa is one that, I guess I need to get that off of there. Let's see. That's better. So I was drunk for half a second there, like the Matrix or something. Larissa is a project I'm looking into. Seeing some mixed things about it. I mentioned it the other day in one of my videos. You know, I had somebody contact. That's how I normally work. Somebody contacts me, leaves me a message or something like that. Hey, what you know about this one? Can you look into this one? You know, Larissa, I'm kind of mixed on. Some reviews are great on them. Some people are saying it's just a clone of, was it ETMC or ECMC or whatever that is. And, you know, that was a project you heard a lot of things about, and it was doing so great. Then all of a sudden it crashed. And that people are worried about that happening with this with Larissa. Larissa has where you can buy for like $300 or something like that. It's a 3-year license. Or for $50, you can get a trial license for 3 months. The complaint I'm seeing online is that people say how you can't get a Larissa license, the trial licenses, because people just buy them up so quick. And you got people hoarding them and that kind of stuff like that. I'm going to tell you right now, me personally, it's kind of like a fry type thing, or, you know, the ETCMC or ECMC mining, whatever it was. I didn't get involved in that project. So I apologize for mispronouncing the name or whatever it is. But, you know, if you have a spare computer at your office or at your house or something like that, that you can put their program on and put their license on, you know, that's the kind of project it is. I have those computers. I was using them at first with the previous project in Wingbits until I got enough pies and potatoes and stuff like that. So now those computers are back dormant, doing nothing. I got a couple of them running grass, but I don't know how much longer that's going to go on for. That's how positive I feel about that project. But, you know, if I got to take one and put it on Larissa to try it out, if I can get a $50 license, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not paying $300. But I'll try some for $50. But right now, you know, I came very close to buying an XNet miner. For those who keep asking about XNet, came very close to pulling the trigger on it. And now I'm buying my toys for Wingbits. I'm very excited for this. Let me see where that is. The AirSpy Mini for Wingbits. This thing's supposed to be a game. I call it cheat code. You know, I like to give little goofy names to things and stuff like that. It's a way for me to kind of keep track of it. But, you know, I kind of like coming up with the little goofy names and stuff like that. But this thing's supposed to be a game changer. Axie swears by it. I've had somebody else tell me about them in the past. I just couldn't get over the fact of the price tag. You know, for $39 or whatever it is, you're getting the green SDR or a blue SDR, depending on where you're buying it from. Even the blue metal ones, I'm told are pretty good. I gotta say, that's one thing I haven't tried was the blue metal ones. What's his name from Discord was talking earlier about let's see. Lothar, I'm sorry. So Lothar was also, you know, talking about how some of the SDRs with the metal casings around them with the screws are, you know, better for blocking RF and that kind of stuff like that. So, you know, I'm trying to remember which, there's a blue one like the Icarus or something like that. You know, might need to get the test out. You know, I like testing some of these things. People talk about the links and stuff that are in my description and stuff, and I get attacked for it by some people. Like making 39 cents off a link is gonna bankrupt somebody, and I'm not being forthcoming. But you know, I get a Amazon card. Usually for 1 month, I don't have enough money even to get the reward or the card. So in 2 months, it's 2 months put together. I might get 40, 50 bucks maybe. So not even that much. So I'll put that towards different things to test out for y'all. Unfortunately, this isn't on Amazon, but my point is the blue SDR is, and I might need to try to I might need to try to get that. So this thing's supposed to be great. This thing's supposed to handle noise better, separate messages. I also just programmed another thing that I've been reading, and I mentioned it a little bit earlier in the video earlier. Try not to confuse myself, try not to confuse y'all and everything else. But I'm also trying to look up and reading about different trying to type stuff at the same time. There's been talk that, if y'all see me mention it, that different kinds of pies and whatever if you're using a computer, which I was using a computer one time, like I just said, or whatever, like for Wingbits, ADSB, and how you hook those SDRs up and stuff like that. If you're using I've even seen them talk about, like, if you use the extension cable, like I showed for the USB, getting it away from that stuff that's further RF and noise and electrical, you know, interference that you're getting it away from is supposed to give results. I guess there's different ways of squeezing whatever you can get out of it. So this is the other one. I see my wife already put something in the Amazon cart, but I guess what's new? So this Icarus one is one that I am admitting I have not tried yet. Hey, it's the same price, so maybe the next one that I buy, I just bought another green SDR this morning for another host that I just worked out. But something different to try. It has a 1090 filter in it. It has an amplifier in it. So basically, it's just like the radar box version, green version, and the other blue version we got. But according to Lothar, these are supposed to block some noise better because of the metal boxing. One thing is, he talked about it, actually talked about it, is some of these things get very, very hot. And I know some people have made comments about, I don't know why I hit that. So, you know, they made comments on it. Axie was showing me some kind of little stick on heat sinks or something like that. And then, you know, Lothar, he had to pull out the big guns. He's got the Cadillac of everything. Money's no object. But he was pulling out these heat sinks that are like this long for an SDR this big. But you can also put multiple SDRs. I guess if you're trying to run multiple bands and stuff like that, like we did with some projects, this heat sinks that's this big, you know, longer than this remote control right here, and you can put different SDRs on it. Again, how many different ways you want to skin a cat, as they say? I don't know. So with that, not trying to keep this live. I know as soon as I press end stream on this live, I'm gonna think of 17 different projects that I should have talked about, 17 different things that I should bring up. Bit Harvest has the Le Potato. You know, I've been talking about that for a while. Some people, you know, my fear is that I've been trying to beg these guys to do something with Bit Harvest, and yet I mean, with a Le Potato, and then nobody jumps on it. I know there's several people out there with Le Potatoes, because a year ago when we started these projects, whether it was DFly, Wingbits, or some of them, those other ones, you couldn't get a Pi 4 to save your life. And if you could find a Pi 4, they were stupidly priced. Where you get a Le Potato for $50, and it handled the job well. So I know there's several people out there, because y'all have some of y'all asked me about putting Bit Harvest on a Le Potato. That's what we're trying to do for Daniel in Kenya. I know I got 8 or 9 of them I think I've bought. And to be honest with you, I understand the Pi 4, it might be a little better, but if the Le Potato, I haven't had a Le Potato fail yet, and I'm just beta testing now, kind of beta testing. It's the full version that's going to be released to y'all, but the Bit Harvest version, and I'm running through its paces with no problems. No problem. The setup is a little bit different. That's why I did a video, because it's not just plug and play like you did with the other Bit Harvest stuff. The Le Potato setup is different. Even when you weren't running Bit Harvest, it was different. You know, so trying to get to Amazon, but when I have all these tabs open and different things open, it's pain in my butt. But for those, you know, who didn't look at the video, and I know somebody told me how they bought a different version of, let's see. Nope, that was not it. Here we go. So it says I purchased 9 of them. I know one went to Bit Harvest. I gave them the one to test because Source didn't have a Le Potato. So I said, man, I'll send you one. That's how eager I was to get Bit Harvest on these things. So I have 8 of these floating around different places. I can't even tell you how many Wingbit stations I'm up. But, you know, like, my sister wanted to get involved in it, so I gave her one. You know, hey, that's my godchild's mom, you know. So instead of, you know, when I become crypto rich, instead of them wanting to beg for a handout, here you go. I'm gonna set y'all up with Wingbits. Do what y'all want to do with it. But even some of my friends, like, I've set up for them and they just pay me back for whatever it is. It's just way easier to set up. So I'm hoping that my people who have watched me, who have gotten Le Potatoes in the past, they jump on the Bit Harvest stuff. This is an easy thing. The only thing is you won't be able to do Helium with it because of there's no Helium hat on here. So you're going to have to let everybody else make 37 cents a day. I'm sorry. But I mean, this has been a cool thing. You know, you can buy the whole package if you need the connector. I buy the case just because I don't want it out, you know, even though I'm putting them in a outdoor box on some places or even, you know, in people's houses, I still like to keep it kind of covered in the case. It has a little goofy fan with a little goofy thing. But for $54, you know, you're still getting them. What I'm getting at is Raspberry Pi 5s are out, which means 2 things. Now, several of these projects have to kind of alter their code a little bit to get them to work with Pi 5s. And so we'll hold that thought for us real quick. But then also, I lost my train of thought because I saw Bjorn's message. I'm thinking about that and I'm trying to talk. It's been a long day. So Pi 4 prices should be coming down. We've seen that on Amazon, and somebody made that comment the other day about, you know, they've been seeing Pi 4s for as low as $45 or $50. Look, if y'all want, I have no problem with, you know, get a Pi 4. I'm not, you know, I'm not stuck on the little potato. We just got them because pi 4s were $100 something. If you get a pi 4 and you're more comfortable with pi 4, hey, to do a regular OS, it's way easier. I'm gonna tell you right now, on putting Raspberry OS, Pi OS, whatever you want to call it, on a Raspberry Pi 4 is easier. Pi 5s are $100. They're great. Everything I've read about them is they're as good as they say they are. People are running these NAS network storage devices from them with, you know, they got the Pi, and it's got like these M2 hard drive blades and stuff like that, and they're running these huge network drives off of a Pi 5. That's to me, just because I know being in IT and stuff like that, what we used to have to do just to get like a terabyte drive of storage and stuff like that. For a Pi to be running that now is crazy. BitHarvest is saying that they are working on the Pi 5 stuff, so they are tweaking their stuff a little bit, so that should, you know, be getting done soon. I know they got another project that's coming soon. I know that they announced at one point that let me see. They had another project that they were, my allergies are killing me, so I'm sorry I keep rubbing my nose, but we have yellow orange pollen everywhere, and I'm allergic to all of it, and I'm dying. So they came out with the AIs, blockchain, but there's something else that they were coming out with too. I know they're coming out with mining stuff, but those guys too, they're busting their butt like every night. It's crazy because they all got full-time jobs too. So they're busting their butt on that. So let me see. So I'm guessing Bjorn. I have not tried solo mining Bitcoin. You know, I've told everybody I cut my teeth on mining back in time flies, man. 2016, 2017. Litecoin miner, when you were actually doing very good with a Litecoin miner, an ASIC Litecoin miner, that was my first thing I got. Then got a Zcash or miner. And I had the full Z9, full size one, and I was doing very well on that when that first came out. Put it at a friend's business, so I didn't have to pay for power. He didn't give it because he was using so much power with what his business did. He didn't care. Worked out great. Bought a couple of 1080 Ti video cards, I think it was. And with Ethereum, making $20 a day of Ethereum, that was wonderful. And then Ethereum decided to go away from that. At one time, I did buy these little USB. Now, again, this was 2016, 2017, where you would, I thought I had a USB hub somewhere right here. But you had a USB hub, and you would plug the little USB solar miners in there, and that was back then. I can't remember if that was Litecoin or not. But listen, I have the worst luck in the world if anybody has ever watched me for a while. I've always said, if I go in for surgery for tonsillitis and there's a 1% chance of dying from tonsillitis surgery, I need to make sure my life insurance is covered and ready. That's just the kind of luck I got. Me hitting a block with a solo miner, USB or something, Bitcoin thing, I'm not even putting effort into it. That's just me. For every video that you see of somebody saying that they hit a solo mine with, doing solo mine, hit a block and got a full Bitcoin, there's thousands and thousands of people who didn't. Now I've seen some that are very cheap. So you know what? I always said some of this stuff's supposed to be fun. Not everything has to be about making money or making Lambos. For the little bit of power it draws, I don't know what they go for. Don't quote me on it. It might be easy for me to say that. I don't know. But, depending on how much they are, and if you got, like me, I made decent money with Whiff when I told everybody about Whiff, and Kulo. I made great money with Kulo. And Big Red. So I used that to buy some of the stuff that I play with now. If you have them kind of profits, dude, jump on it. You never know. You might have better luck than me. Jump on 2 or 3 of them. Buy the little USB hub. Cause I sworn I had a USB hub around here somewhere. You know, but you buy the little 5-bay or 6-bay USB hub if it can handle the power. Try it, man. Have fun with it. You know that there's a very, 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 very slim chance of you actually hitting that block, but you never know. You can come on here and tell me I'm wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. Probably won't be the last time today. But have fun. That's what some of this is about. Some of this has to be about a hobby and having fun. That's why we going crazy over it. I see Mr. Olafson saying how he has the helium rack. I have one of those that has been converted to Bit Harvest, and that's running. I have MNTD Golds that's running Bit Harvest. SenseCaps, which I'll still argue with anybody, it was the best helium miner that came out. I think I had 9 of them. None of them gave me issues. Dashboard worked great straight out the box, and most of those, I won't say most of them. I think I got 6 different devices doing. Actually 7 now when I talk about the lip potato. I have to actually keep a separate spreadsheet of what's running Bit Harvest and what's running what, because I can't keep up, you know. But yeah, MNTD Gold that's running Bit Harvest. I got a Bobcat that's running Bit Harvest. The only thing with the Bobcat is it won't run Wingbits. And y'all know majority of my stuff, I keep telling you all the time, I'm a Wingbits first person, Helium second. So I got a guy text me right now about trying to work out a host deal in Grand Isle, Louisiana. If y'all know where that's at, that is literally like you can literally spit on the Gulf of Mexico. And I just think that if I can get an antenna there, that's going to Cuba, if not further. I'm trying to work out a deal with him. And every Wingbits device I put out from this point is going to have Bit Harvest on it. It's just, that's what it is. That's how high I feel about them projects. And I'll be honest with y'all also, I'm starting to kind of pump the brakes a little bit on all these data sharing. You know, I think we're helping, you know, if y'all watched Terminator movies, I think we're helping AI take us over to a point. But it seems like every day there's a new data sharing crypto project out that somebody wants to talk about and push and contact me about, and I just don't know. I'm starting to pump my brakes on it. Grass, I was very high on grass, and I'm very weary. You know, I'll run the honey gains and the pawn stuff and the grass stuff to help out Bit Harvest to kind of show that these devices can do. And I think that's part of it. But part of it is we were using these helium devices to run one project, and you're seeing now that they can run 11. Now, I'm not into things 1X, and I'm not into AIs or whatever it's called. I'm not into Pi-Fi or whatever it's called. So I can't run all those on my Bit Harvest devices, but it goes to show you how underused those devices were. But, you know, I'm still going to run it, either if I just run it for Wingbits, because I like the dashboard side of it. You know, right now, with Wingbits, you got to go into, you know, SSH into it, and you got to worry about forwarding ports or different things like that, or, you know, using TailScale. You still got to SSH into it. Where can you run TailScale on a Bit Harvest device that's 100 miles from me? I got a buddy here at work. He owns a cabin in, I really don't want to say because I don't want nobody to go, but he owns a cabin in a place where people go to cabins at for vacation. There's not a Wingbits station probably within 100, probably longer, further than that, 200 miles. And he's going to be going up there soon, and I'm setting him up a little potato, and it's going to have Bit Harvest on it. It's not going to have Wingbits or Pi or whatever. It's going to have Bit Harvest on it. So, buying a little Bitcoin miner is like buying a lottery ticket every day automatically. Yep. So I'm glad to see Dash Tech's in the house. I don't know if he was here earlier when I talked about, y'all gotta forgive me. It's been a long day, and I start getting all these projects confused and they change names and whatever. Soarchain, T Motus and not T Motus, or Motus and T token, T Soar. You know, let me see how many. I got 26. No, I got more than that. 26 T Soar on my last drive with Soarchain. So Dash Tech is the guy. He's in the chat. That's what I've been telling y'all. If y'all are involved in Soarchain, those devices have been getting a little better. You know, I still would like to see them have some kind of automatic, easily linked system. I still can't understand why it can't connect to a Wi-Fi or something in your car. But let me see. So I have 45 plus 26. There goes my college math, making me look like a fool again. Is that 71? So I got 71 T-SOAR, but I still have to go to the gym when I leave this and then go home. And at the end of the day, I've been trying to get about 100 T-SOAR a day. Every day, I've been moving them over to Dash Tech's validator. I don't know what I'm making. Token ain't worth anything. But either way, if I'm going to hold on to these tokens, wait for them to go to mainnet, you might as well stake them. You can't do that with them anyway. So I've been staking them with Dash Tech. If you go through the app, for those who have Soarchain, staking is, I don't know why I wasn't doing it earlier, but staking is very easy. When you go to the transfer tabs on the bottom, it says stake. And when you click on stake, you go all the way to the bottom again, delegate token stake, and it comes up with select your validator like this. And I type in Dash, D-A-S-H, and it comes up with Dash Tech. For those who can see it. Ooh, he's up to 20,000 now. Congratulations. Oh. Mr. Olson, I'm going to tell you right now. Get the 5.5 helium antenna like I show in all my videos and call it a day. Don't get yourself wrapped up in these DBIs like helium and that kind of stuff we did like that. It's a completely different ball game. I was using layered 8 DBIs and people were losing their mind for helium and with wonderful results. But you know, I have a New Orleans International Airport about 10 or 15 miles one way and 45 miles the other way is Baton Rouge. I got planes that fly right over, and I'm telling you, the plane can be directly above me, and my 5.5s pick them up. And on my 400-foot tower, 15 miles away is New Orleans International Airport, I can see ground as they're sitting there on the ground waiting to take. I thought the coolest thing was when I actually watched the airplane go straight up, you know, get lined up for takeoff, and then you can see him on the ADS-B or the TAR 1090 screen, whatever you want to call it, and you can see it update and it go down the runway and take off. That was just like a kid. That was just like the coolest thing ever. So this is my tower station right here. And my plan is for right now, that's what I was getting at earlier. I don't know if I finished it or not, because I can't remember what I was talking about or not. But I have a Pi sense cap with a Pi 4 in it. And my plan for right now is I'm going to swap that out tomorrow, because this is a little potato. This is the one where I had all the ground issues. And so we had 207. Remember, this is 6 o'clock p.m. at night, so you don't have all the planes you were having before. I'm kind of bewildered because I see this. Y'all know I gotta go figure out how far this was that I caught this plane. You have to look into that. But anyway, I think it was cool as hell to be able to see this plane take off. This is New Orleans International Airport. This is ground level. Plane just landed. It's cool. I'm sorry. Like as a little kid, like a little kid, I just think that's cool that you can see this plane going taxi back to the run to the gate or whatever you want to call it. It's a 5.5. So it's on a down angle. Get the 5.5s. I know on that side of the world, I think Pi Hut, they couldn't get the 5.5. At one time, they couldn't get the 5.5 that I suggested, but there was a very similar version. But somebody told me recently the ones I was suggesting, they could find on Amazon on that side of the world. I don't know. So whether it's Pi Hut or one of them like that, just don't get, I'll just explain to somebody online, just don't get the radar box one with the in the wire for $89 with the wire that's stuck on the bottom. That's just the biggest thing. But you got another plane landing right here. So I am super intrigued now, and all I can think about is I want to know how far, even though it's a one-time thing, I'm just curious, as people want to keep arguing with me over 5.5 dBi antennas and amps and stuff like that, how far am I from Athens? So I learned a long time ago, never on live do you go and do a Google search, because when you type BI for bit harvest, sometimes some crazy things show up. So I'm trying to get Google Maps to come up. It's going super slow, but I'm just curious because I have to know. I gotta know. Here we go. Let's do this live. So here we are, about where these two interstates meet at. There's one dot. Here's Athens. That's kilometers. Oh, it's still under 500 miles. It's still under 500 miles. Y'all saw the other day I had some in Gainesville. That's 486. I was almost in Orlando. So, but they'll still argue with me. 5.5 dBi antenna. And my blue line, for those who don't know, my blue line resets every 2 days. I have a script that I run on all my pods. I learned that last year. All my devices have a, except Bit Harvest, because Bit Harvest, I can't program that into it. But my other 20 devices have a cron job, what they call a cron job, that every 2 days automatically reboots. Since then, I have never had a device lock up on me. I have one in Baton Rouge that's completely down right now, but I think that's because of the ISP swapped again. Something's wrong with it. But anyway, so this blue line is new every day, and you can see this is the 200-mile ring. 200-mile ring. So you're looking at 250 almost, if not farther, is what I'm getting with that setup. So this is running off a little potato. So I took some graphs of it and some screenshots of the graphs. I'm gonna put a Pi 4 in this place tomorrow because it's too late now. And let that run for a couple of days, and I want to see if the noise clears up, if the messages get better, and things like that. Then by Monday, my new cavity filter that I paid $70 for, it should be in. And the first thing I'm doing is taking that soft filter off, if y'all saw that video earlier, and I'm putting that cavity filter on there, and I'm gonna see what happens, see if it improves, let that run for a little bit, and then just want tinkering from there. I'm gonna run the green SDR with that cavity filter, the blue SDR with the cavity filter, take some different measurements. We'll go from there. I don't know about BB and bullish. I'm gonna tell you right now, if y'all watch my videos at all, things are so tight at my house right now I can make a penny bleed. Some recent health issues with me. Heart test ain't cheap. My daughter played softball. She injured her shoulder. Had to get MRIs on that. And just a bunch of other stuff. Uncle Sam with the IRS. I didn't take out enough taxes. Actually, I just made more than I thought I was going to make between my side job and stuff. And things are just tight. So, you know, my point I'm getting at is I wish I could be buying crypto right now. And I have not been able to buy crypto right now. You know, normally I do this little thing where I go over the chart a little bit. You know, this is crazy. I was telling everybody to buy down here. All these people panicking, everything's going down. I told everybody it's going to bounce off 57, 58, and here it is. Ethereum too. Solana, I don't know what's going on with Solana. I saw some YouTube video earlier. I didn't get a chance to watch it on this. Solana always jumped up. But I was telling everybody, please listen to me. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. This is stupid right here. And please buy Solana. You know, I was the guy buying Solana at $8 and $10 when everybody thought it was dead because of FTX. And I told everybody there's too many projects that ain't going to die. And I got made fun of and I got flamed and everything else. And I bought it at $100 a pop. I was buying Solana at $8, $10, $19, $20, $25. I was an idiot because I stopped at 25 thinking, okay, if it really is going to die, I don't want to put no more in it. Kick myself in the butt on that one. But I kept telling everybody down here below 150, this was stupid in the buy. They keep talking about Solana being $700, $800 this bull cycle. Adam, I'm disappointed in. See, I can admit when I'm wrong. I didn't realize that they changed the tokenomics on it. This was $40 last bull run. I had been DCAing since the last bull run every payday, every 2 weeks into this. I'm staking it it was at 20% at one time. I think staking's 14, 15%, but I didn't realize that they increased the amount of tokens. But I'm still hoping that, hey, if it's, you know, is it $9, $10 right now, bull market, let it get back to $30, $40. I'll be happy. I will be taking profits. I tell everybody that my diamond hands are over with. I ain't diamond handing nothing. AVAX, I told everybody before to buy this now. WIF, you know I bought WIF for 75 cents. I bought it at 20 something cents, bought more of it at 8 cents, sold it at 40. I can't remember again. So anyway, I'm not diamond handing nothing this bull run. I can tell y'all that right now. I'm telling y'all can make fun of me. You can say what y'all want. The diamond hand hodling was last bull cycle. And when you watch my Exodus wallet is where I keep majority of my stuff, because to me, that's about the most secure you can get other than getting cold storage. But when you watch this number, all my mining stuff was in there. Helium stuff, like all this stuff was in there. In the last bull market, I'm diamond hands and diamond hands and diamond hands. And when you watch your wallet drop 90%, you go and you puke in the bucket for days. I'm not doing it this time. I'm telling y'all right now, this channel, if you follow this channel during this next bull run, it's going to be sip profits. Hey, I'm not a big fan of Wendio as like I used to be because I can't stand clickbait. You're not going to see clickbait. And she comes up with some of the stupidest clickbait, straight outright lies, clickbait. But one thing I will say that she taught me is moonbags. If I'm buying $300 of this token, as soon as it goes up and I can get my initial 300 back out, 300 in profit, I'm taking it. Now I have my initial back out, and now it can moonbag and do whatever it wants. And I will be preaching that through the next bull cycle, and I will be telling people sit profits. So, Mr. Olafson, I appreciate you, man. You've been hanging on this whole rant for an hour, hour and a half, or hour and 7 minutes. I appreciate you being here. That's a good antenna. It's a good antenna. The Pi Huts are, I can't even pull them up because they won't even pull up here in America. But the Pi Hut is very, very similar to the one that I have been telling people about. There's been a lot of people I've helped over the last several months when they could not, you know, from the UK and different areas on that side of the world, that side of the pond, as I say, and they have been getting those Pi Huts because they couldn't get the ones and I've seen them, help them with their gain settings. And that's something we don't talk about a lot, is because it kind of can get confusing, but maybe I need to start kind of doing maybe a video on that, is some of these gain settings. If you're using and I probably should have put that in that video earlier. See how you think about things after. If you're using any kind of amplified SDR the green one, the blue one, the metal one, any of them, you need to rip that -10 setting out. I'm running 40 to 42, maybe a 46 or something on most of mine. The tower itself, just because it's got 400 feet of feed line, even though it's 1.25 inch feed line, there is some loss there. I'm running that at 49. When I go anything lower than 49, my strong messages get way too low. You know, I try to hit about a 5% with the script for strong messages. So I try to keep my messages around, you know, 5%. I'll say that, but I haven't checked my, but that's another thing I'm gonna do. When I start doing all these different settings and these different things, I'm gonna set up on my 400 on that on my setup on that 400-foot tower. I want to be able to see. I don't know if I can even share this. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger so y'all can see it. So when I go in this is my tower. When I go into the strong messages, see, I'm only at 2.4, even with a 49. I'm still not bumping this to -10. There's no way. I'll be at 22 at that point. So my strong messages, I look at my signal, I'm looking at my noise. I don't want that to get, you know, that noise to get too crazy. And that noise is what I'm definitely watching when I put that cavity filter on there. So my percentage strong message is a little bit higher, but it also matters how many flights out there and how much it's, you know, how many messages it's receiving and different things like that. A couple other different things to the tweak, and maybe that's what we need. Maybe it's time for a video on that. Who knows? Something different. One thing I've never really did a video on because I just don't want to talk over some people's head, and sometimes it's confusing them, and I don't want them to put the wrong gain in there and completely screw up their stations. So, that Pi Hut was $22. I remember somebody else sent me a link for that. I do remember that, and they're getting good results with it. So maybe I should have put that. See, that's another thing. I should have put that in that video earlier. That, you know, everything I'm saying in that video is for the U.S. Amazon, I don't know what Canada's got, but on that side of the pond, they have different options. But those antennas are still good antennas. And I know the radar box ones over there that I tell everybody stay away from. I got so triggered when I saw that picture of that bad install from them. I couldn't believe that. But Sidewinder, how's it going, man? It's all right that you're late. You know I'm talking too much anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. I know I said that already. You know I'm going to say that 2 more times before I go, like I do every video. But, you know, it's getting a little bit late here. Still got to go to the gym. Go catch a heart attack doing cardio. Go home and eat. Get my butt whipped in some Call of Duty. Ever since this new map came out with season 3.0, whatever it is, it's been horrific with the cheating and the stupidness, and then they forcing you basically to play that map, and it's horrible. But hey, that's my unwinding at night with my Diet Coke and Crown Royal or Bywater bourbon or whatever I'm drinking with it this week, and then we repeat it the next day again, and that's about it. So I appreciate everybody who has been on here. Stop on I know you had asked me that a while back. I just there's two different versions. I'm trying to find the other version. And there's two different versions of this thing you're talking about. So it is a, if you look it up, it's Mikrotik makes it, and it's a map light. Now, I can tell you how it's supposed to work. If anybody has ever played with Mikrotik, I'll take Ubiquity all day as far as the setup is concerned. Mikrotik, I think they get joy out of making people's lives miserable. Ooh, these things jumped up in price. Oh my goodness. But it is a Mikrotik map light. And there's another version also that actually has USB in it. So, I'm not USB, Cat 5 or whatever like that. Once set up, they work pretty good. Let me see. Now I gotta figure out what screen this is on. Nope, not that one. Here we go. So this is one version of it. This is the Microtap Hat Mini. Now, this only outputs 2 gigahertz. And what I have this for is at work, this is when I first found it, is we're using a Motorola Trunk P25 system that normally uses RF. Motorola has come out with something called Smart Connect. And, you know, for your SROs, your school resource officers that are in schools and different things like that. And it'll work off Wi-Fi. If you have the Wi-Fi SSID programmed in, you can now take your Motorola radio and go into a place with Wi-Fi that's programmed in there. Even though you can't RF hit a tower because you're inside of a building, you can use RF now. You key it up, and it keys up on your system. Pretty great feature, to be honest with you. You can program this Mikrotik, though, however, with a, look, and I'm talking, you know, I'm showing Motorola radio and stuff, and then I'm on the wrong screen. But you can also take this Mikrotik, program with an SSID, and as long as you get a Cat 5 to it, a Cat 6 to it, and you can run power to it, on this one, you can actually output, like, you know, if you have one Cat 5 that's normally going to a computer, you can put it in here where it says internet, and then also run 2 devices to it. You know, but it'll output 2.4 gigahertz, which the La Potato, I was buying those little USB Wi-Fi's. Okay, here I am again, pointing to the wrong freaking, you know, USB Wi-Fi's. And the other one I bought is this one. And I'm telling you right now, these were the same price. The same price, which I couldn't believe because this one had ports. So this one's 26, you know, this one is $26 still. The other one I was using, which the only difference is it does not have the USBs. This one's $38 now for some reason. But programming it is pain in the rear end if you know anything about Mikrotik. That's why I feared not to show it, but I'm gonna have to use this for my GeoNet that's coming, because I'm putting my GeoNet on top of a building. GeoNet, from what I understand, only runs off Wi-Fi. So I have a Cat 5 that goes up there, but the Cat 6 that goes up there, but I'm gonna have to put a little dumb switch or something on it for another Cat 6 that's gonna have to go into this thing, and this is gonna output 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi into something like this. The concept made it very easy. Again, setup was a pain in the butt if you know anything about Mikrotik. I'm gonna say that again. That's why I have not really shared these too much. Maybe I know I like to do how-to videos. Maybe I can find something from somebody else that's a little bit cheaper. But again, what I bought this for, this was $15 at the time. It was a great buy. Now at the $38, I don't know about it because it's a pain in the butt to set up. I don't know if Ubiquity has these little access points or not, but I don't know if somebody else might have something that's a little bit similar. This is like the dumb switch I was talking about, something like this. It's way cheaper. I have pushed these out to several people also. These TP links, because you can take this TP link from your router. Maybe I should put this in the advanced stuff too. Oh, I can't get over to it. But to a PoE splitter. And then at the end of the PoE splitter, has power with Cat 6, and you can run your Pi off of that. And that's actually how I'm probably doing the remote station that I'm setting up in Corpus Christi. To get power outside to it and stuff like that. So, yeah, I use, I have 550 crime cameras that I run where I work at. The majority of them I'm handling alone. I would say the number's going down because of all the RF issues we're seeing and noise issues. I'm starting to put fiber to a lot of them. But I run Ubiquity nano stations to 75% of them. I have the rockets that are on top of towers and stuff like that, water towers and stuff. So I'm very, very familiar with Ubiquity. And yes, when I looked at the Ubiquity stations to do something like this, they were more expensive than what I just showed. So, will it work? Yes. So if you have a device somewhere that you need Wi-Fi to, those things will work. I can't believe when I just looked just now, they're $38. Because to me, they do less than what those other ones did. You saw what the price of the other ones are. Now, maybe you can find them online cheaper, but that's what they are. They are a Mikrotik map, M-A-P space light, L-I-T-E. So it has a WPS mode, so you can set that up with Ethernet PoE in. So you can actually run this PoE. So if you use this switch that I'm looking at right now, you can use this switch where it's at if you don't, and run PoE to this, So yeah, $120 is crazy. But majority of Ubiquity stuff that we buying is, especially after Ubiquity had a huge supply chain issue a while back, they love their stuff now. They love it. But I'm telling you, we still use a lot of the switches. A lot of switches, because it's hard to find switches that will output 24-volt PoE, which is what those radios use. But I'm using more and more of them. Yeah, so you're already running Cat 6 to your shop. But again, I wondered, this is only doing 2.4. So depending on what you need, if you just want Wi-Fi to, an IoT device, whether it's Helium or Wingbits or something like that, or Pi, then this will work fine. But if you're trying to also stream music or TV or anything like that, you don't want 2.4. You want to bump that up to 2.5. I mean, up to 5 gigahertz. Or the new Wi-Fi 6 or whatever. And actually, the motherboard that I just bought for the new computer that I'm supposed to be building at home, that I'm hoping is built by Christmas the rate I'm going, they already got Wi-Fi 7 out. They haven't finalized Wi-Fi 6 out, but the motherboard I had to buy, because I'm trying to get the top-notch built computer, it's got Wi-Fi 7 already on it. I don't know. It'll be Wi-Fi 9 by the time I'm done. But, all right, guys. For the third time, like I told you, I appreciate everybody who's stuck around. I know I only get about 7 to 8, 9, 5, people who stream this live, who watch it live, but I get hundreds of views after. So I appreciate everybody who supported this channel. I know I'm not the best, most professional, whatever like that. You know, I watch some of these other people's videos and stuff, and I'm like, "Oh, they look so much better than me, so much more professional. What am I doing wrong?" But I appreciate it. Make sure y'all smash the like button for me. It really does help out. It helps out the algorithm and all the stuff like that. I don't know, you know, my regular videos, now that it's showing, now that I'm being compensated for ads, since I've had over 4,000 viewing hours, I don't know if it's any more ads than it was before. If it is, I apologize. You know, some you can skip, some you can't skip, but hey, you know, when I'm watching these other people's YouTubes, I got to live through it. So thank y'all. We got some very bad weather coming through. Hopefully tomorrow and Saturday, hopefully I don't lose any of my Wingbit stations and stuff. I'm really hoping that's not what's wrong with my rooftop Wingbit station that's down right now. I'm hoping it's just the ISP, but I'll be taking a ride Saturday, which then y'all know there'll be a Saturday drive along video like some of y'all like. Some of y'all like some of my videos. Some people don't. Some people don't like my Monday videos. Some people do. Some people don't like my driving videos. Some people do. Hey, that's why there's chapters or the skip button, and y'all can go watch Wendy O with her clickbait that I can't believe this just happened. Then you watch the video and no, it didn't happen. But I'm not going down to that level for views. So, all right. Thank y'all. Have a good evening. Appreciate it. I should be able to do another live next Thursday. And a lot of updates coming. So I don't know what kind of video I'll have tomorrow. Maybe my love potato video for Bit Harvest. Saturday, be doing a driving video. If it's not storming, raining, as I go to Baton Rouge, fix that Bit Harvest station, Wingbit station on that rooftop. Helium station's got all of it going. I can't get to the modem either. That's why I think it's an ISP problem. So I don't think it's anything to do with my device or Bit Harvest. I want to make sure I put that clear. I can't even get to the router. So thank y'all.